It's a new year, a new you, and a new me. So why not make your life infinitely better than the disheveled mess you call an existence by becoming a member of this channel for just 99 cents? As a single mother with several undiagnosed learning disabilities and no discernible skills, abilities, or talent, a small membership fee will go a long way to helping me fulfill my dream of having enough financial independence to ship myself and die in a booth at the Golden Corral. So click that join button today, you hunk of spunk, and let's do this shit. When I think of Pizza Hut, I think of those Back to the Future 2 sunglasses that I wanted really badly, even though I never actually saw Back to the Future 2. I know many of you boomers have fond memories of Pizza Hut from your childhood, but I grew up around actual pizzerias owned and operated by greasy Italian immigrants with crusty elbows, so I'm sorry if I don't share your rose-colored glasses for it. Anyway, I ordered their lunchbox, which consists of 4 honey barbecue boneless wings and a personal pan pizza, and it was alright. The boneless wings had a surprisingly decent texture for a pizza place, but the barbecue sauce had way too much liquid smoke in it. In fact, it may have been one of the worst barbecue sauces I've ever had. The personal pan pizza was downright kinda hilarious. I got pepperoni and mushroom, which meant all 4 pieces each had one tiny mushroom on them. The pizza sauce was way too sweet, and the texture was nowhere near the vicinity of a pizza crust. It was bready, almost cake-like, and eating it reminded me that I may have had Pizza Hut once as a kid, at a friend's birthday whose parents had shit taste in food, Sheldon, you fucking nincompoop. Overall, Pizza Hut isn't nearly as bad as many make it out to be. It doesn't have that sickly, greasy quality that you get with Domino's. Sure, it's several solar systems away from what I would call good pizza, and just about everyone and their mother can out-pizza the Hut, but nah, inoffensive, okay, what are we doing here? 4 out of 10. A good while back, I half-reviewed Streetside Creperie and concluded that their employees are dickheads and their coffee sucks. But I've since developed a case of integrity and decided that to review a restaurant, I at least need to try the food. I went back and now I'll tell you why it sucks. So I walk in and some dickhead looks up from his young adult fantasy book he's reading to tell me that I need to turn around and go back to the door, since that's where the menu and ordering kiosk are. I ask him if there's anything he recommends and he points to the menu and says, the ones with the hearts next to them are the ones that people really like. Oh, my mistake, dickhead. I'm sorry I asked you what your opinion was. That must have been really traumatic for you. Thank God your menu tells the customer which crepes are good and which ones are fucking shit. So these ones that don't have hearts next to them, they're really fucking terrible then. This is the second time I've asked an employee there what was good, and both times they acted like I was from fucking Mars. I ended up going with a Monte Cristo crepe and a lemon sugar crepe. Then the mostly out-of-it Zoomer handed me a piece of plastic with a number on it and said, "Here's your number," which was fucking hilarious because there was literally no one else in there but me. Who are you worried about confusing me with? Anyway, if you asked me to tell you what made the lemon sugar crepe a lemon sugar crepe, I couldn't. I'm serious. I was expecting it to be filled with some sort of lemon curd, but instead I found nothing. I got exactly one bite that faintly tasted like a lemon farted on it, and I seriously don't know how or why. And the same could be said for the cheese in the Monte Cristo crepe. One bite kinda tasted like the vapors of Swiss cheese. The rest of it tasted like cheap deli ham. What I'm saying is that this crepe, which cost nearly $12, was much closer to a dry ham sandwich on white bread than anything I'd be willing to pay $12 for again. Streetside Creperies is one of those businesses that I look at and I can't imagine how they're even a business. But then I remember that people are absolutely willing to pay $10 for 12 cents worth of crepe batter. It's like a fun little novelty, like, oh, haha, it's like we're in Paris. Ha 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 ha, ooh la la, draw me like one of your French girls, Jack. I'm gonna fuck a homeless man in the back of a car, and when I die, heaven won't be a vision of my husband or children, but the fucking hobo I bumped uglies with when I was young and hot. Billy Zane did nothing wrong, and Streetside Creperie fucking sucks. 2 out of 10. Okay, this is it. As far as I'm aware, this is the last donut shop I have to review here in Conway. According to the ancient scrolls, there was once a time when all these donut shops were owned by the same people, but they were apparently bought out and now they all have different owners and they all essentially sell the exact same things. Sweet House Donuts and Ice Cream I think is part of this, but might not be because they also sell ice cream, which is weird and stupid because what sort of sugar-addled degenerate needs donuts and ice cream at the same time? That's like bringing the lady boy you brought back from Thailand to your 30th wedding anniversary dinner. Anyway, I think Sweet Ass's actual donut dough may have a bit too much sugar in it because they had that noticeably filmy, sickly texture like you get from Krispy Kreme. Since this is the last donut shop that I can find here, I was going to say that I'm ready to crown Cena's as my donut champion, but I'm having trouble finding evidence that they are still in business. They've had no social media posts in several months, so someone please go check in on Cena and make sure she's okay. If not, then donuts in Conway are officially all roughly the same. It don't matter. None of this matters. You've wasted your time hearing me talk about it then. Joke's on you. You can't get that time back. I stole it from you. You've wasted your life. Shithouse Donuts is a 5 out of 10. Whatever. A while back, I reviewed Zaza Pizza and said that it was the best pizza I'd had thus far in Conway. In response to that, some dickhead commented that since I haven't tried La Torcia brick oven pizza yet, my reviews all suck. So by this dumb dickhead's logic, I shouldn't review any restaurants in Conway until I've already tried every single restaurant in Conway. So if you ever feel like you aren't smart enough or you're wasting your life, just remember that there are people in YouTube comment sections that are infinitely more useless and moronic than you could ever possibly be. People so breathtakingly stupid and with so little going on in their lives that they actually take the time to go on the internet and complain about the breadth and quality of free reviews. Well, here you go, dickhead, here's your review. La Torcia Brick Oven Pizza is a curious regional chain of pizza restaurants found in Arkansas, Texas, Missouri, and Mississippi. And if I had to describe them in 2 words, they would be tasty abominations. Now, since Captain Dickhead took a shit in my comments for not reviewing his favorite pizza in town, I want to be very thorough and anal in this review. So we got La Torcia 3 times, over the span of a few weeks to try a variety of items from their absolute horror show of a menu. Okay, first things first, the pizza. We got a margarita pie that had good texture, good crisp, the dough and sauce were both very well seasoned, and it had the perfect amount of basil, which is way too much basil. So yes, you were right, dickhead. La Torcia is better than Zaza's. Also, Zaza's is dead. Are you happy? I'm sorry I couldn't eat every single pizza in town in a timely enough manner. Motherfucker! But before we drape our nuts on a good score on La Torcia, let's see what else they're doing over there. Because like any truly authentic Italian restaurant, they also do quesadillas and nachos. What is it with you people and combining Mexican and Italian? I decided to cut to the chase and order what is apparently their most popular non-pizza menu item, the chicken spaghetti. Now, let me read out this menu description so you have the full picture. Spaghetti noodles, cheese sauce, al dente, mixed cheese, chicken, diced tomatoes, and jalapenos. Okay, first, thanks for clarifying that the pasta is made with spaghetti noodles and not spaghetti straps. Al dente. What is al dente? You just threw it in the middle of the description. Al dente means toothsome, but it's neither before nor after the pasta, so I can only assume you mean a nice chewy cheese sauce. But anyway, here it is, the chicken spaghetti, a dish that just about any Italian would call an affront to God. But here's the thing, as monumentally horrific as this abomination looks and sounds, it was pretty damn tasty. It was spicy and cheesy and absolutely shameless in its disgrace. Mrs. Radin called it Arkansas Fusion, and yeah, it was like an absolute cheese and carb bomb that was just as funny and tragic as it was a guilty pleasure. Now look, I doubt any restaurant would ever genuinely take my advice on anything, and the fact that this monstrosity is actually popular is a testament that maybe you shouldn't. But if I could fix this dish, it would be to make an adjustment to the spice. Take those sour, pickled jalapenos and replace them with Calabrian chilies. You can keep the level of heat while retaining at least somewhat authentic Italian cuisine. Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Despite being the utterly shameless shitters that they are, La Torcia Brick Oven Pizza is, in fact, the best pizza in Conway so far. See, dickhead, that cuts both ways. Meatball sub needs a bit of work and more parm though. A low 7 out of 10. still around 30,000 Mexican spots to try here in Conway, so fuck it. Let's keep this train rolling and try Patron Mexican Grill, which weirdly enough is in the same shopping complex as La Torcia. This place was giving me college hangout vibes, what with it being the name of a popular tequila brand. So I was expecting okay to bad Mexican, which is just a vehicle to move low ABV margaritas to college students. But I'm happy to report that I was wrong and also ugly and dumber than shit. Now listen to me, shit! I ordered the porky enchiladas, which were 2 cheese enchiladas topped with a green chili sauce. I chose them because I am an absolute whore for green chilies, and you may have noticed that my description doesn't include pork, even though they're called porky enchiladas. When they arrived, I saw that they were also topped with unctuous bites of roasted pork. The thing about Mexican food, in fact I think it's the reason it doesn't always have the best reputation, is that many of their dishes are various ways to hide the meat from the eyes of the consumer. But here the pork is sitting right on top, nowhere to hide, and it was fucking glorious. I took a bite and the green chili sauce was bright and acidic and a little salty. It had a depth of flavor I've rarely found in Tex-Mex outside of Colorado. These were cheese enchiladas in which the cheese was the 3rd or 4th best component. Seriously, top tits. Now, Mrs. Raiden is a total chili relleno whore, and according to her, this is her new favorite one in Conway. She reported that it wasn't too eggy, the pepper wasn't mealy or obliterated by the frying. Top marks. I don't know why this little shopping complex is hiding both the best pizza and the best Mexican in Conway, but from what we've tried here so far, it is. Good shit. Patron Mexican Grill is king, 7 out of 10. That's gonna do it for this go-round. Make sure you become a member of this channel, or I'll tell your spouse about that thing you did in Albuquerque on that business trip that you never wanted anyone to find out about. And I'll see you when I see you.